Hello students, I'm here at the Columbus Park of Roses to do a demonstration of the Impressionist watercolor painting. Um, and as you know now, the Impressionists painted outside or en plein air, as they say in French. So I decided to come outside to do this painting to get a little more inspiration about them. So the first thing I want to do to start my painting is, now that I have a landscape in front of me, I am going to do a nice gestural sketch of that landscape very lightly on my paper because I want to make sure that I can erase it later or cover it up completely with paint once I start adding color. So I'm going to go ahead and sketch that out now. Okay, now that I have my sketch ready, which again is very light and not super detailed, we're talking gestural drawing here, and because you are the artist, you get to make a little some artistic decisions here. So I just filled my foreground, middle ground, and background with shapes as they're getting smaller. We're going to fill this in with color, so it's not necessarily about capturing the way the flowers look exactly because we're adding paint. So again, just a nice light gestural sketch. Now that I have this ready, I need to prepare my paint and start to add color. So I've got my paint station ready here. Since we are outside, I brought a water bottle and I am just using the water bottle cap, filled it with some water. I've got my watercolors. I have many different brushes. It's important to have, if you can, have some different sizes and some different shapes to help you get different kinds of brush strokes. The Impressionists use big brush strokes so you can see the brush stroke in their work. I'm going to work on that technique today as I'm painting. I also brought the color theory practice sheet that goes over the different color schemes we learned in the color theory part of the lesson. So you can use this as well. We're going to use the technique called optical blending. Optical blending is when you put two colors next to each other to create a sense of the color that they would make if you were to mix them. So for instance, if I were to put yellow next to red and look at them from far away, they would give me a sense of orange. If I look close, I know that they are actually just yellow and red next to each other. But the Impressionists used this technique a lot, where they would put different colors next to each other. That would create a sense of optical blending. As you looked farther away, those two colors together would kind of make one color. They create interesting effects. They did it with things like analogous colors. They also did it with things like complementary colors to get a more stark, contrasty look. So I want to challenge you to use this in your painting this week as well. Think about what colors that you're putting next to each other in your painting, and we're going to use those big Impressionist brush strokes so that they're very visual to the eye. So I'll go ahead and start adding color to my painting now, and think about which colors I am placing next to each other. So here we go. Here is my landscape painting. So I'm going to go ahead and take this home, let it dry the rest, and erase some lines. I'll get back with you then. Okay, I am back home and I have my eraser ready. I'm just going to look for any obvious lines, especially for mine where I left the fountain white, and I've definitely got some pencil lines in there. I'm going to work to erase those with my eraser here, just to make my piece look a little bit cleaner. Any other obvious lines I see, I'm going to try to erase. You don't want to press hard. You want to be really careful, and you also want to make sure this is, again, absolutely 100% dry, and that you're using the watercolor paper so it doesn't fall apart. Anywhere you see obvious lines, you'll just want to go over those with your eraser just to make everything sort of flow better. And this is the last step. So once you have all of the lines that you can see erased, then your landscape is complete. And there it is, the final product. Hope you enjoyed this project, and I can't wait to see what you did with it.